Hopefully I'm getting that right. But so move on to the next one, right? Hello everybody, this is Nathan, and this is Nathan on Shuffle. Hopefully you guys have been enjoying my channel and all the different videos that I've been posting, album reviews, new music shuffles, Jana Reacts has been a fun series to get going. And so I'm trying to explore different ideas, what kind of shows I can do, especially in periods where maybe there aren't that many new albums coming out that I feel are worth featuring. So this is kind of an experimental show, just a little off the cuff, a little fun. Maybe this will work, maybe not. I'm just trying it out and seeing how this goes, and just kind of sitting back and trying to give a more relaxed feel. So that's kind of what I'm going for here. Less of the kind of official album review, but more of just kind of casual talking about music. This is a series, the show is called Nathan on Shuffle, which kind of developed as I was deciding different show ideas for the channel. One of the show ideas I mentioned to my wife was, why don't I just kind of shuffle through music and talk about whatever comes up? I thought that was kind of a fun show idea, to just put my collection on shuffle and whatever pops up, just talk about and kind of showcase some of my favorite music in a very exciting fashion of just no matter what, whatever pops up. And, you know, that was a fun show idea. And she came back and thought, you know, that could be your channel, Nathan on Shuffle. You know, that could be the whole name. And so at first I thought, oh, that's the name of that particular type of show. But no, she thought it would be a good brand for the whole channel. And I kind of agreed. I thought it was a cool, unique name. And I didn't really see that anywhere else. So I thought it would be cool to kind of just go with it and embrace that. So so far it's been working. I think it's been kind of a fun name and kind of putting myself out there. But I thought maybe I should try this kind of show idea that I intended. Very simple. I'm just going to put my collection on shuffle, play it, see what comes up, and just talk about what it is. And do this for, you know, 10 minutes or so, and kind of see what collection of music that I can share. And I have my little Sonos Roam speaker that I'm going to be playing this music on. I really just like it as a small Bluetooth Wi-Fi speaker that I use when I'm on the go and so forth. And so this isn't going to be professional, you know, sound that I'm going to enter into the video, just kind of playing it in the background in the room here. So the sound quality may not be great, but it's just kind of a way to play the music, to bring it to my mind and be able to talk about what's playing. So let's try this out. You know, this is a new feature. It could be a total flop, but I'm just going to try it out and see what comes out. Just pretty much go through a few songs of my collection until I hit about, you know, 10, 12-minute mark or so on the clock here. So we'll see what comes out. Hopefully it's fun and not just weird and wild and just all over the place. Just kind of an outlet, just to throw in a fun random video, just to get a feel for my taste is really what I'm going for here. So let's play the first track. Let's see what comes up. So here we go. And I'm gonna almost be trying to kind of guess the song as they come up. This should be pretty good. So it's all the music that's kind of in my massive playlist of all my favorite albums. So shouldn't throw any massive curveballs at me here. So let me play this and see what comes. Right. So this is the Dog Song by Moron Police from their last album, A Boat on the Sea. A really cool album that maybe is a little bit under the radar. I think it got some pretty notable prog attention at the time, but it's one I really love. It's a really short album by the band, but it's kind of a cool blend of some proggy moments, some poppiness. This song in particular is a little bit on the poppier side of the band, but just super fun, super exciting stuff by the group. I love this track. I think it's just super fun, and you could hear the band just really enjoying themselves. Yeah. I just love this. His voice is so fun and cool. Just a really cool band. Really worth showcasing. Maybe I'll showcase their album a little bit more. Alright, so let's see what comes up now. Yes, course, a classic prog song here. This is from Emerson, Lake and Palmer, the Endless Enigma Part 2 from Trilogy. Trilogy is probably my favorite Emerson, Lake and Palmer album, so this is a really classic. Really love that. Just super great piano playing by Keith Emerson, just super cool classic prog instrumental stuff going throughout. Really one of my favorites from that era, so definitely a strong choice. So really cool to hear that here. Let's see what comes up next. I haven't clued yet in on the song. I'm trying to rack my brain. What is this? It's funny, I have like all these should be like my favorite albums of all time. You'd think I'd like know it immediately as it comes up, but sometimes, you know, I have such a large collection, it takes a while for my brain to kick in what's actually going on here. So Steven Wilson, Way Out of Here is the name of the song. A little bit embarrassing, I didn't know that right off the bat. This is from Fear of a Blink Planet. Fantastic track, very subdued and stuff. I love this album. I know it more for the bigger, you know, the title track and Anesthetize and those types of tracks. So this one, I just haven't heard this album in a while. It's one I really need to put on my queue and listen to again. So, really cool to hear that one come up on this list. So hopefully you're enjoying some of the music. And I know these are just little snippets. Maybe, you know, go out and seek these songs if they're interesting to you. I'll put a list of all the songs in the description so you can go seek them out wherever you can find them, because I know it might be frustrating to just hear little clips and little snippets when you want to hear the full song or something. Let's move on and see what else we've got.
Do not fear. All we want.
Interesting. Something I don't hear very often pop up. This is definitely Phideaux. I'm trying to remember what it's from. Yeah, it's from Infernal. Really cool.
Don't you want to tell me something?
Yeah.
'Cause I hate to stand here wondering.
It's hard. I don't want to pause and stop these songs because I love them. But yeah, that's from the album Infernal by Phideaux. The track is Endgame, and End, kind of one of the later tracks from the album. This is really Phideaux's last full-length album that he released. It took a long while between that one and the previous album. Really, people were waiting for this album for quite some time, and it's really cool. It's one I needed to delve into a bit more. Maybe I was a bit disappointed by it when in first listen, because I'd just been anticipating it so highly, because it's kind of a follow-up to my favorite album of Phideaux's, Doomsday Afternoon. But after hearing it more and more, it really opened up to me and really was exciting. So definitely a cool choice there. I'm really into that one. So maybe a little bit more of an obscure pick, but really cool. So let's see what we got next. It's definitely Gentle Giant. 2 Weeks in Spain. Definitely cool. From The Missing Piece.
2 weeks in Spain, makes the year disappear. Easy, 2 weeks in Spain, you've been there, all year, we read.
Yeah, I love that. That's really, really cool. I know, to me, Gentle Giant's prime period is kind of before this album. This was the first kind of start into more of a pop style direction. Of course, there's still some proggy stuff and still some cool things. It's not like a total pop sellout album by any stretch. But I feel like they're classic albums, you know, in kind of with Interview for me, the prior album to this. But I really adore, I think this is kind of a forgotten gem in prog music. I think this is actually really good. Kind of dividing the album in half. There's the more poppier side at the beginning, the first half of the album, and then they introduce some proggier stuff later on. So it's a cool dichotomy and kind of gives two sides of their sound. So really cool. I think that's a good choice. I really bop along to that one. It's fun. So definitely some cool stuff there. Let's see what's next. Another classic. So definitely Genesis, Fountain of Salmacis. Definitely. Sorry for my pronunciation. But yeah, from Nursery Cryme, fantastic, epic track that ends Nursery Cryme. Just beautiful, swelling, you know, keyboards and beautiful stuff here. Definitely a classic. Peter Gabriel, beautiful, classic. So definitely strong track there. Recommended classic of the genre. Fountain of Salmacis. Hopefully I'm getting that right. But so move on to the next one, right?
Can you catch me when I fall?
Now here's more modern stuff. This is definitely Beardfish. The Basic Blues is the name of the track from Sane. Sweet. Yeah, definitely cool. Some fun. I love Beardfish. They're a fun band. I really like their sound. And The Same Day is kind of a cool, it's a double album, I believe. There's a lot of material on it. There's sections that are very Zappa-esque, some instrumental stuff. It kind of goes all over the spectrum. Very kind of wacky but fun stuff from them. I think that's really a great album. Unfortunately, the band broke up a few years ago, I believe. But that's a really strong track. I really like it. Get to the heavier. This is Haken, for sure. Haken, their album Vector. This is A Good Doctor. Very rockin', very cool. Love this track. Just totally in love with Haken. Such a tease. I want to listen to the whole song. Calling Dr. X to cell block 2. That's cool. Very into that. I love Haken. I think they're one of the best modern prog bands out there. Just fantastic. So definitely a cool track to feature and come up on shuffle. So yeah, really like that. So let's see what comes up next. Classic. I just tell from that sound, the baby crying, that this is Liquid Tension Experiments, When the Water Breaks, from Liquid Tension Experiment 2, the second album. I just did a review of their third album, an unboxing of the big box set, and then the review. If you're into like Liquid Tension, definitely check that one out. But this is a classic, a total just masterwork from the group. I kind of want to skip ahead and just play some of the cooler stuff here. Yeah, it's just so much to this track. It's so cool. So good. Brilliant. Just John Petrucci is just an all-star player. Killer. They're all all-star players. I mean, of course, that's what this group is just classic, you know, out-of-this-world instrumentalists all coming together. Okay. Just so cool. I'm going to do one last one here. I think this has been a pretty good length here, so I'll do one last track, see what we got in the mix. Definitely familiar. Oh yeah. This is Echolyn. Really cool. From their As the World album. How Long Have I Waited is the name of the track. Really love Echolyn. They're a fantastic band. And this album in particular is just a classic to me. From the early to mid 90s, I believe. Just really cool. Yeah. Fantastic stuff. So yeah, that's this show, Shuffled. hopefully you guys enjoyed some of these tracks. Like I said, I'll put a list of the tracks in the description so you can go check them out. I know this was just a little tease, hearing little snippets of the song in the background, so not really the prime way to listen to these, of course, but just wanted to do this to kind of just give a little taste, a little teaser of my taste and the kind of tracks I love. These are all top tracks to me, music that I love, bands that I'm a huge fan of, and so I just thought it'd be fun as just kind of a casual show to just shuffle through, showcase my library, and hopefully you found something you love in there. So thanks again for watching. Please subscribe if you like what I'm doing here, and if I get good comments or good views on this one, I'll do more shows like this to kind of showcase a bit of my taste and maybe give me some suggestions if there's a better way to go about this, and I'd love to hear the feedback. So thank you guys for watching and for all of your support, and I will catch you in the next video. But for now, enjoy the music.